What about? Let me tell you something right now. When I was 16, I was a bad motherfucker, dog. I wasn't some kid.
When you were 16, Mortal Kombat 2 just came out.
Actually, it did.
Damn, boy, was playing the old ass Sega.
But I was in the Sega bullshit. I was in the arcade, but I was still a bad dude, man.
No, I got you. But what I'm saying is, look.
Hey, Tom Brady sound like one of them biker
dudes. I was
dudes.
when MK9 came out, and I'm older than Sonic. You know how old I was?
No.
14.
MK9 came
I'm
out.
like 2 or 3 years
Bro, I wasn't even
Sonic was
I wasn't alive until Ultimate MK3 came out.
I
Got that.
Like when MK4 came out, I was 20 years old. I was still a bad dude, man.
God damn! Was that even in the 2000s?
No, there was nobody better. Anybody will tell you there was nobody better at MK4 during that era. And I was even 21. I was even 21.
Brother, I ain't gonna lie. When MK4 came out, I was in elementary school.
Tell you something. You don't gotta go.
God
damn.
I don't even think I was.
How you remember all that? How you remember all that, Tom?
Don't tell me that you can come out of high school at 17 and dominate the NBA, but you're too young to win in a fucking fighting game. Give me a break with that bullshit.
Bruh, the competitive scene during that time wasn't that developed.
Tell him, Tom. Tell him, Tom.
But that's the thing, Sonic wasn't 17. In 2012, Sonic was 13.
He was a young boy.
Or 12.
Sonic was a young boy. He was a young boy when he was Pluto. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
was literally born in the 2000s.
In 2015, how old was he?
He was a teenager winning though. I remember that. He was a teenager winning that.
In 2015?
In 2015.
I was 18. He's probably what, 16, 17?
2015, I was like 20, 21. I was trying to be in college.
Let me get this straight.
Tom just like to brag about himself.
Here's my problem. See, this is my biggest problem. this is my biggest problem. This is something.
No,
this is what I call the fighting. Hold on. Let me say this. Because I live. This is what's called the fighting. This is what I love you guys too. This is what's called the endless loop of the FGC. You win in '93. There's no scene. The FGC's not developed enough. You win in '95.
It's not. It's just not the same.
Can I talk? You win in '95. It's not developed. Hold on. Let me finish. You win in '95, not developed enough. You win in '98, not developed enough. You win in 2005, not developed enough. You win in 2010, not developed enough. 2011 comes out, MK9. Now, FGC's been around for 25 years. Now it's mainstream. Now we're going to see who's top at MK. I'm still in the top.
Okay, for one, no, let's be honest. No, let's be honest. The FGC for NRS did not develop all the way until the Mortal Kombat reboot.
Which is MK9? How do you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
It didn't develop. You weren't even there. How do you know?
Because I was watching,
underground.
and I'm old enough to understand.
It was underground, but MK9 definitely going to the
Street Fighter
forefront.
didn't develop until 2005. Really? Daigo versus Alex Valle happened
There's
in
no way you're comparing Street Fighter to
Hell
MK
no.
during that time.
Street Fighter was going on when Alpha was out, nigga. Niggas was taking Street Fighter serious from
in the
Alpha.
US, in
I did
USA
back one. I
arcades,
did Smoke Bomb. Shit didn't come out.
in USA arcades, Mortal Kombat overall was a bigger title than Street Fighter.
Bruh.
Let me ask you this. Watch this. Let's talk about a different game. Is the Call of Duty community? Can y'all compare the Call of Duty community to today, to 2011?
You're missing what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is that shit barely had organized. It wasn't even organized.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's why I have a hard time swallowing. Because
Bro, then y'all only had like 5 people playing in y'all tournament.
I'm not taking. Let me clarify. I'm not taking any wins away. I'm just saying, as we move further into the future, it's always gonna be more developed, more and more developed. 10 years from now, it'll be something else.
Let me give you my point of view. When I'm 16 years old and I win a major, and I hear the FTC isn't developed enough, okay, I'll hear that. When I'm 38 years old, still winning a major, 22 years later, and they say the same thing, I'm like, dog, I've been doing this for 22 years. You just say it every year until I turn 90 and die?
No one said the FGC ain't developed now, but back in 2011, I can definitely say that for NRS.
When I did it in 2013, they said the same thing. When I did it in 2015, they said the same thing.
But I'm not they. We just talking about me and you.
Dog, don't tell me in 30 years. It took 30 years for the FTC to develop, dog.
I'm not saying that. It wasn't until playing games online didn't even get big until playing fighting games online didn't even get big for real until 2009, 10, and 11.
Let me tell you how we did it. Because you could take any developed FTC player today. I don't care who you take. Name anybody. Anybody today that's super elite. And you birth him in 1980 and make that motherfucker born in North Dakota, he will be shit for his whole life until he gets on a plane and starts traveling. Because that's what we had to do. It doesn't matter.
That's not true. I can name a few people who just went offline and mopped.
Few people? Dog, we spent money. We lost our whole life for this shit. And
Tom
people
Brady.
like you want to say it doesn't count? Dog, that's our whole life.
Tom Brady. Really,
Shit from the people in here.
Listen, the only thing I know,
Hold on, let me say this.
Did I ever say it doesn't count? Can somebody
Let me say this. That's a lot like when JJ Redick said that Jerry West was playing when firemen and plumbers were in the NBA. Because if it wasn't for those firemen or plumbers, these NBA players would be broke as fuck and nobody wouldn't care about the NBA. It wasn't for us tournament players traveling to events and demanding more for you guys wouldn't have shit today. It's all
You can't say that. The reason, hold on. For one, it's not. Now I'm gonna have to tell you the truth. It's not the tournament players who made it for us. It's the niggas who bought the game. It's the fans. They're the reason that MK is a success. It has nothing to do with tournament players. It has nothing to do with any of that. The people who actually appreciate the content as a casual is the reason that the game develops the way it does. That's why the game's ass now. You said it yourself. They are catering to the fan base because the fan base is the main consumer.
Developers don't need fucking tournaments to sell their games.
You're agreeing, okay? So that's what I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. They could make more money holding no tournaments than they would holding tournaments. The reason why they hold them and why tournament standards are the way they are today is the many, many, many people who lived offline like a WWF wrestler for years.
Hey, Bear, how old were you when you found out that there were online tournaments for fighting games?
I don't even remember. I was young.
That
shit felt like forever ago.
I have played every Mortal Kombat, and I didn't find out until I got MK9. And that's when I was like, wait, niggas play this online for tournaments?
Are you telling me there was no demand?
Saying that is more of the whole fucking world knows that there's online fighting games today compared to 2005. Most niggas didn't even have internet in 2005.
In 2005, there wasn't that many online games, bro.
It wasn't even that much internet in 2005. No one in my neighborhood had internet in 2005.
Listen to what I'm saying. No one is making that case, but I'm saying I don't care who you are. You put them in that era, if they stay at home, they will be shit regardless. So there is no player today that would have done any better back then because they were bound by the same restrictions we were bound by. Well, what are you supposed to do? Because if we didn't do tournaments, if we never held a tournament scene and said, we'll just wait until 2011, there wouldn't be no tournaments in 2011. We had to make those scenes.
It would be tournament, but
let's talk about Final Combat. How many
tournaments? But you know, the OGs that was doing it before, like, you know, before there was social media and all that, and the gangsters that was really doing this shit, we respect and love y'all for that. But there would be tournaments without y'all being there too.
Not like that. It wouldn't be as developed as it is now. Not even close.
Yeah, it might be fine, but
you played a crucial role. Nobody's telling you that. But back in 2005, niggas who are playing today would have never ever even known. Today, we got Americans losing to niggas who aren't from the United States because what? More opportunity for more people to play. In 2005, there wasn't that much opportunity because the word was not spread.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
You didn't have a nigga coming from Chile to the United States, winning Evo, and then going back to Chile. That wasn't
and guess what? That's because we were bound by the technology. If you put that same dude in Chile today, you birthed him in 1980. We had to make that sacrifice. Make the sacrifice too. And if it ain't important enough to you to do, not my fucking problem.
Let
Don't
me ask
bitch
you a
about it
question,
years
because
later.
this is getting hostile. When did I ever discredit you, and when did I ever say it wasn't important?
No, what I'm saying is there are two things that can be true. One, the scene was not as developed as it was today, because that's just common sense. And 100 years from now, nothing will be as developed as it is then, like it is now. That's just the world, evolution.
You use the same. Hold on. You use the same argument when talking about sports. I've heard you.
Yeah, everything is always there. Everything
is saying it in a fighting game.
Things never get smaller. Things will only get bigger and more accessible. That is just the way the world is.
Niggas are comparing sports to fighting games.
My question is, what's bringing the frustration? What did I say that's so frustrating?
Because what I'm saying is two things can be true.
That boy
You
speaking
can
out of
say-
passion right now. That's
You can say
passion
it
talk.
wasn't developed. You can say it
That's a
wasn't
fact.
developed like it is. You can say it wasn't developed like it is today. But that's in everything in life. The NBA in 2005
Tom,
wasn't like it.
Do you feel underappreciated?
Said a true statement. What's so frustrating about it?
Tom, do you feel
Because it doesn't mean
unappreciated?
it- Because for that time, it was extremely developed. We weren't beating a bunch of scrubs who didn't know how to play the fucking game. All right? In 2011, 2012, and 2013, and 14, and 15, we weren't playing a bunch of dumbass scrubs who didn't know how to play the game.
You were also barely playing anyone.
In 2015? No, I was playing plenty of
I'm
people.
not talking about 2015. I'm talking about before. Let's talk about before 2011. Before 2011, I will look any fighting game player in the eye and say, besides the niggas who in Japan, I will tell them, like, I'm sorry. I don't think y'all were competing with who y'all had, but in today's time, you got more competition. You gonna have to keep getting better and better and better and better to keep beating these new niggas that keep coming out of nowhere.
That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying.
Can I say one thing too? Social
You think
media,
they're better?
social media
You think
plays a
they're better? Take the best player today. Take the best player today that you can think of. Birth him in 19.
Hold on,
Let me finish.
Lamb, I got a perfect comparison. I bet you Magnus Carlsen can beat any chess player from the past. and that game ain't changed in
No, what I'm
how
saying
many
is
years? 100 something? That game ain't had a patch in like 100 something years.
What I'm saying is if you take the most dominant player today, have him born in 1980, he never travels, he's born in North Dakota, he will be shit. Now, regardless,
Nah, that's not true. That's not true.
you
So
cannot.
you're telling me, listen, hold on. You're telling me if Ninja Killer was born back then where there's no technology, there's no way, information is not as easy accessible. You know what I'm saying?
If he didn't travel, no. He would
Ninja Killer is
have,
gonna smoke all the niggas.
no, Ninja Killer was not born a god, regardless of how talented he is. He still worked to become that. You're not born a god. You are
This is the
born.
thing, though. This is the thing, brother. You gotta understand one thing, right? Say the scenario you're saying does get played out. Say Ninja Killer was born in the 1980s in another
Are you
country.
telling me Ninja Killer fucking no work?
Listen, bro. This is the key element to what you're saying. Imagine if this person you're talking about, right? And he's secluded, all that bullshit. If he has a brother or a cousin or a friend that he can sit in the house and play with, he's gonna go to the tournament and shine, regardless.
So the whole world.
Let's use Tom's logic. You born somewhere, blah blah blah, no access. You're gonna be shit, right? So that means in the first tournament, all y'all niggas was ass.
Everybody has, yeah.
He said all y'all niggas was bad.
Everybody has.
Y'all just went up in there button mashing. So basically, the reason I say that is, basically, y'all all on the same skill level, no matter what, right?
What I'm saying is we did it.
What situation you create?
What I'm saying is nobody born in a shit area with no competition and no access to knowledge is gonna show up and dominate. It doesn't work that way. Huh?
Okay, I hear what he's saying. He's saying back in the day, for you to be a top dog, you had to be in one of them areas. So you need to be in
That nigga
California.
just was at home labbing all the
You
time.
need to be.
Hold
Justin
up.
Wong's from like California. He's from
Justin
California,
Wong?
you're from New York. You're
Bro,
gonna
I
be
can tell
better.
him been doing that a lot lately.
Hold up, dog. Justin Wong grew up in New York in Chinatown Fair. This dude's like he was at home laughing. Dog, I was there. I know the Justin Wong story. I lived
That
it.
nigga said I was
still
there.
home
He said I was there. I seen it.
Yeah, Justin Wong.
You seen it, Tom? Hold up. When was this, Tom? What was it at, Tom?
I'm so old. I am your fire guard, Liu Kang. I'm so
Hold
old.
up. What? Hold up. What? Hold up. What? No. Hold
I don't care
up.
about the game.
You really want to know the Justin Wong song?
You heard Thomas got fired.
Stick to your eyes closed, man. Stick to your eyes closed.
Tom,
I got you.
Stick to your eyes closed. You don't ride the blue wave, man. You ain't ready for Lou.
Hold on, July.
Yeah, you
I got you.
You more
I'm
like
gonna tell you
Shinko.
about- hold on. I'm gonna tell you about Justin Wong. Justin Wong originally was considered a super scrub at Chinatown Fair. Super scrub. He literally every day that one summer, I believe of 98, was there every single day. 10, 12, 13 hours every day, grinding. Oh,
What game
started
did
to
they
get really
play?
good. Started to get really good. He made very popular a team that was originally called Cable Cammy Another, which just basically means you just need those two, plug in another average character, and you can win. Now, a lot of people were having problems with Justin Wong. He went to Game Time and won a local tournament in Northern Virginia. I was there when he won his first tournament ever, by the way. And I won second for it, thank you very much. But he was there. He was there. No competition, though, because
Bruh, it's crazy. This is all I gotta say. This is
Nah.
all I gotta say. It's crazy how the top players back then act like they're not playing the game today. I know they are. I see them playing.
Hey, hold on.
They come into today's time and they're getting cooked. It's no.
Nah.
I'm not saying that they wasn't winning back then.
Nah. Some of the real OGs, the real
Hold on.
OGs can't be denied, bro.
You're
The real
right.
OGs
I mean,
can't be
a legacy
denied, bro.
game like Tekken, that's different.
Some of the real gangsters been the gangsters since day one.
Hey, watch this. When Japan got involved in United States competition for Tekken, what happened to the United States?
We get smoked
Shit on.
every
We
time.
got fucking smoked.
We have yet to have an American nigga win Evo. I think, like recently.
For Tekken?
Hey, Tom. Tom.
School, bro. Y'all on the game, low key.
Hey, Tom. Really asked, when was the last time you won a major?
He asked me that?
No, he asked Tom that.
Tell him it don't matter. Just know I
No.
won one.
I don't even think you can call him a major if it's before 2011. I know it wasn't more than 40 people there. I know that.
That's tough.
I know it wasn't more than 25 people in the bracket. It was probably 15 people in the bracket.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Game, man.
With a 16 man
Them boys had a top 20.
16-man window.
hold up. This is a big story. So Justin Wong won his first tournament in Game Time in Virginia. So the New York players that he was beating now, Arturo, etc., were talking to some of the West Coast players, and they were getting all these answers like do this, do that, do this, do that. None of it was working. He was winning. So after a while, Justin Wong was just winning every tournament. So then his first test is when they sent over Ricky Ortiz from Southern California. So Ricky O comes in. I don't want to talk about the way he was treated by some of the East Coast players. If you did that today, you'd probably get fucking punched in the mouth. If you talk to someone like that. But
Ricky's
Justin Wong-
trans, right?
yeah, well, at that point, he had just come out. He didn't get a great reception. But but it was the hometown crowd of Justin Wong. You know how it is. At that time, it was, in general. Then Justin Wong's next test was Alex Valle. Alex Valle, that was a Texas showdown. Justin Wong wins that tournament. So there was a tournament called B3, Battle by the Bay. First one was
Battle by the Bay, I know that.
First one was won by Duck Doe. At that time, the #1 Marvel player on the planet. Duck
Good
Doe,
atomic.
point, right? So the big showdown was Justin Wong versus Duck Doe at B3, right? At B3. So, it was B4 actually. So it was B3, B4, B5, and then it was Evo. So at B4, Justin Wong goes, beats Duck Doe in the finals, becomes the #1 Marvel player on the world, and doesn't lose again, I don't believe, until like 2007. And it,
But that's what I'm saying. But Justin Wong, everybody knows Justin Wong is an elite player, whether he wins or loses. There's some niggas that their status cannot be
you think
questioned
Justin
or
Wong,
questioned.
you think New York City
We would never. None of us in here will ever question Justin Wong.
Well, let
None
me
of
ask
us.
you this. You think New York City is the same thing as Boise, Idaho, dog? As far as competition, you really think so?
I forgot the input. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, but that's the
Can't
thing.
even do a
Tom.
good debugging code is insane.
Back then,
Okay.
for competition,
I can say the same thing. You think West Coast MK is like East Coast MK?
competition was based on your area back in the day, but today we have technology. I can go on YouTube and learn a character in 2 minutes.
My point is, it's
That nigga
not
said
that.
in 2 minutes.
My point, it's not that we weren't developed. We were as developed as we could possibly be for that time. There was no way. There was no way possible for the fighting game scene to be any more developed.
Okay, then just
Yeah.
accept the fact that y'all niggas are antiques. And
Yeah,
we are the
y'all
new.
was doing it when, with no social media. There's no we doing it with social media.
Yeah, y'all were doing it for gift cards. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter where
Y'all prizes was gift cards. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Hold up.
Technology is a big key into why a lot of dudes are so good now. I get it, but it's something we can't control.
But let me explain something. Let me ask you a question. There is one man who has a top 8 at a regional or major. An MK 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 in the era of the game's relevance. Now, do you know who that one man is? At a major or regional?
Tom Brady.
Me. So
I know you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say it. I knew it.
you let me know when it's developed, and I'll come out of retirement. When you say it's developed enough. Because I got one more in me, and I don't want to place top 8 and have to hear Cam say, yeah, but it's only 2023, dog. It ain't developed.
Dang, y'all hear this? I never discredited Tom. When did I ever discredit him?
Will you tell me, is it developed now? Are you sure?
Listen, all I have to say is this, and I'm sorry to do this. To do this to you, Tom. I love you. You were the first. I didn't want to tell him this. He was the first person I saw on YouTube for MK9. The first person.
Yeah,
Boy, I ain't gonna lie, Tom. You dedicated, boy. You been doing this for a long ass time, boy.
You know how old I was?
First person I watched. I used to go on Tom's channel just to rewatch the Cyrex combo just so I can learn how to do it. But now I got him down.
If you watch my MK9 videos, I look like I'm like.
That nigga said, watch my MK9 videos.
All respect to you, I just killed my idol.
No,
I feel good about it. I felt the same way when I played Perfect Legend. First time I played Perfect Legend, scraped him.
Hold on.
He inspired me.
If you fucking Perfect Legend, you're a bozo. That nigga is ass. That nigga is ass.
You can say the takeaway with that nigga.
Hey, Tom.
That nigga was ass.
Tom, somebody in my chat said, prove it again.
Look, I'm not saying that. No offense to Cam. There is no world in which Cam will ever. I don't give a fuck how developed.
I already killed you. I killed that sub with Tremor. that sub is dead.
When did I ever play you in that game? I never played you in that game.
So now it's Gavin.
I never played you in that game.
You know what?
Tom, really?
I
Hey,
record it 'cause I'm not a fanboy, but I'll let you keep the
Tom.
Let's not forget. I hear 2 stories here. Because a couple of months ago, Cam came in and said I never played him in 2015 because I was too scared to play him and I avoided him. Now all of a sudden he played me.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all hear him? He dodged me for so long, and then I finally got to play him and scraped him. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
When did you play me, Cam?
It wasn't until
Yo,
like
listen,
2017, 18.
Tom, don't worry about Cam talking shit at MKX.
Hold on. This
I
time I
have
know
more
Cam's
wisdom
lying.
than
Hold
he has
on,
put on me.
stop.
Everybody knows that.
Hold on. I stopped playing MK9.
Hey.
No, you were streaming and playing. I
Tom.
was watching you.
Tom.
You might not have been going to tournaments and competing, but you were streaming and
Hold up,
playing. I
Cam.
know for
In
sure.
2018, I was not playing MKX.
You were.
Hey,
Oh my
Cam,
God.
hold up. Cam, hold up.
I mean, nothing to lie about.
Cam, hold up. Hey, Tom, somebody said all this ego and past results, what have you done lately?
What have you done lately?
Right. Ask them what have they ever done. Like, at least he got something he could say, nigga. That's why I can't stand you goofy ass niggas.
Come on.
What have I
I
done
don't
lately?
like when you niggas disrespect Tom. I don't like that shit, bro.
What have I done lately? Hey, listen, I
I
still
don't
got a
fucking
top.
like that shit, bro.
I still got a top 8 regional in MK11.
Talk
When
your
you say
shit,
lately,
Tom.
and by the way, that dude, you're in an MKX channel, which means you hate MK11, and I'm a voice for people like you to get a better game so you can play.
Oh,
So why
shit.
don't you done it?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Talk your shit, Tom. Oh shit.
You dumb motherfucker.
I'm a competitor.
You dumb bitch.
Even though I hate the game, I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna kill you at it. I'll kill you in 11.
He said don't none of that mean shit.
Listen, that admin pushing ain't
My
never.
game still isn't even developed on 9 yet. You
I'll
will
be
never
honest.
see me next. Ever.
I'm gonna be
Ever.
honest.
Ever.
I'm gonna be
Actually,
honest with you.
I got $100 right
Oh
now.
God, Tom to go.
He don't even have to put no money up. I get this man a smooth 100 if he could beat me in that.
Damn.
Just
I
for
was-
free. Just for the fun.
Damn.
Just because I like you that much and you were the first YouTuber ever. How about that?
Damn, I had a lot of MKX and top 8s, and I didn't see Cam in every single, and not one of them.
Oh shit.
By then,
I don't want to hear that. That's not how tournaments work. Tournaments
Look,
don't
look,
say. Tournaments
I
don't.
played you, you lost. When I played Sonic, he lost. When I played Scar, he lost. When I played Dragon, he lost. Who else?
Hold on a minute. July.
What's up?
July.
I'm with these niggas like because Tom Brady, I used to watch him all the time. YouTuber. He never ever gave me a chance. Why? Because he was too busy splashing on the cloud. And you wanna know who gave me a chance and leveled me up? That nigga DJ T is a real fighting game player, a real man. Not only is he good, he gonna show the new niggas how to play so we can get better. Niggas like Tom was showing us shit. Man was just on MK complaining, not trying to help nobody, get better, only playing good niggas. Then this was the perfect time for me to be alive.
It's not his duty to make you better, Cameron.
Nigga lacking.
It's not his responsibility to make you better, Cameron.
Hold on a minute.
Saying is,
Now
they
let
ducked
me
you
rewind.
you for
Cam is mad.
they ducked you and dodged you for so long, and then when you scrape them, they try to lie about it, try to say it didn't happen. Then they try to make up shit like, "Well, I wasn't really playing the game." Like, shut the fuck up. You know, I
No.
killed that.
Yo,
And it was
hold on.
forever in my memories.
Oh, let me respond to Cam. Let me respond to Cam because I'm gonna end this right now. There's a couple of things. One, Cam, you're a bullshit ass dude. First, you cry that Sonic Fox got beat in 2015 at a game that was from 2012, and then you want to brag about beating somebody in 2018 at a game that was done in 2015. You can't have it both ways, dog. You can't have it both ways.
You were bragging about being a 12-year-old child. What are you? That's not comparable. I can't believe you just tried to do that.
Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done yet.
You are.
He said.
Two.
Walk up to a 12-year-old Sonic and just hit him and take his
Dude,
candy.
hold on.
It's
Cam,
one
you
to
said
me.
you said your piece. I'm gonna say the truth.
What?
When Cam says, "quote unquote," I was avoiding him. Here's what he really means.
He was avoiding me.
Hold up. My stream was big because I didn't play bumps. Every day you would see me play Foxy, or Dragon, or Sonic Fox, or Scar, or Honeybee. So when I'm grinding against those people, if some dude named Cam who never left his house asks for games, bitch, get the fuck out of here. I ain't trying to...
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like
Poetic justice with Tom. You should never let his house.
Cameron, shut the fuck up and go to offline, bitch. Yeah.
And into Cam and got
Niggas
smacked.
ain't never been on no offline. Listen, I figured it out. Listen, this nigga Cameron is right. Beating niggas online, but you ain't never beat nobody in an offline.
Hey, Tom,
Hold up. You might be on to something.
Shit, bro. Cut the shit, bro.
flying in the
You bragging about 9 rollback netcode. You bragging about old MKX netcode. Nigga, go to an offline, nigga.
I've been to plenty
Get top 3. Get some money on the offline, nigga. Get some money on the offline, nigga.
Hold on, man. Let me say this.
I got your back, Tom. This nigga's ass.
And I can tell you this right now.
This nigga is a snake.
I never touched MKX I never touched MKX a day in my life in 2018. Not a single day. But that's how
He said gaming tournaments don't mean shit when your life is trash.
Niggas live. Niggas be live. Niggas be live on.
The tournament is where everything counts. The tournament is where everything counts.
Right there, man. Can I ask you a question?
Fuck that shit.
Do you think
Goofy ass niggas.
you would
Goofy ass niggas.
forget? Do you
Yes,
think you would
niggas.
ever forget somebody you wanted to play real bad, and then you finally got the opportunity and you won? You think you
and
would
I'ma
ever
tell you
forget
this.
something like that?
I'm gonna tell you this to quote my boy, who's
Hell
to
no.
quote
Hell
my boy,
no.
hold on, to
Because
quote
I
my
have to
boy,
prove something to myself.
to quote my boy.
It matters to you or not, you and your little 2005, 15 nigga tournaments, okay, whatever. That means something to you. Just like me scraping you the first time I played and you meant something to me. And
You
I'm
never
just,
played
I'm
me,
just
Cam.
gonna keep
He
arguing.
say you never played me, Cam.
That
No,
shit don't mean
he don't
nothing, though.
remember.
That shit don't mean nothing though.
It
Beating
means
niggas online, that shit don't mean nothing, nigga.
to me.
That's
It
cringe.
means something to
Cringe
me.
that you just said that. That's cringe that you just said that.
And let
Beating
me
niggas
say this.
online in a 10-year-old game means something to you, Cameron. That's cringe.
Lom,
That's cringe.
the game
That's cringe.
is over when I play
That's
Tom.
cringe.
And let me say
That's
this.
cringe, bro.
Let me say this about it. If I had seen Cam at one of those offline tournaments back in
Would
MKX,
smack him. Would have
let
smacked
me
him.
let me quote the great DJ T. It would have been.
Damn, I did a run and then come out.
That shit would have been straight food. Straight.
Easy food, nigga. Straight food, nigga. Cam wasn't fucking with Tom and hitting Tom Heyday. Nigga, Cam, you wasn't fucking with Tom, nigga. You ain't going to no offline and make no money. Cam, you ain't never go to an offline and make money. Be honest.
You remember when I went offline and everybody wanted me to lose? It's like poetic
You
justice,
lost,
no matter what I do.
You lost, though.
Listen,
You
man,
went offline and lost.
listen. In general,
No one was rooting for me.
listen.
You
In
went
general,
offline and lost.
in general,
Right.
I really hope they take this to heart in MK11. I really hope they MK12. I hope they take this to heart. Online wins and losses don't mean anything.
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
No, they
Thank
don't.
you.
It might not have
Thank you.
It might not have
Thank
been
you.
something in your time period.
Thank you.
Stay
I'm
talking.
Thank you.
I'm talking about
Thank
anybody.
you.
I'm talking about
Thank
anybody.
you.
Do it where it matters.
Thank you.
Do it where it
Online
matters.
tournaments do matter though.
You niggas get too uptight over online wins.
Niggas, they
Cameron,
be
you are
hosting
crazy.
$10,000 online tournament. They're talking about it. This man has no idea what he's talking about, bro.
Cameron is so crazy and delusional that he still lies about me not.
Damn, you're just bored and you want to argue.
It's day. It's day. I'm using what you say against you.
And here's
You
the
literally
truth.
lie about me
Not a
beating
lot,
you
really.
at MKX. Cameron, you lie about me beating you at MKX, Cameron. Cameron, you lie about me beating you at MKX, Cameron.
Hold up,
Stop lying, nigga.
hold up, Pam, hold up. And this is true even today.
Nigga's a hypocrite on my
this,
phone.
this is true. This is
Nigga's a
true. You beat
hypocrite.
someone. This is true even today. You beat somebody at an offline major. It don't matter how many times they beat you online. That shit don't matter, dog. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Facts. Facts. I'm better than him. If I beat you in the tournament, I'm better than you.
So somebody beat you online
All wrong.
for $1,000 tournament, right? With 8 niggas in it. It don't matter online.
No matter. Online delay. Online delay. You beat me because online.
What?
Let me sit right here on this lane connection. Cameron, you're very delusional, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Why are
you
Why are you playing online if you're not gonna count it? You might as well just
Yo, appreciate the gift of TT.
Cam one of them niggas. He talking about Tom lying about him losing to Tom, right? So he said Tom lying
Said
that he
true.
never lost to him. Cameron, you lying about me beating you at MKX. You do the same thing, bro.
I'm just
The same thing you're saying about him,
Listen,
you do it too.
Listen. Hold up.
Yeah.
This.
what land doesn't know? I don't be giving all my.
You said how much money they get out this? I mean, like outside of like whatever money they make from streaming or like probably like uploading their own videos, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you money match somebody, you pretty much, you know what I'm saying, waiting on sponsorships. Or like I said, your best bet as a fighting game player is to get sponsored by a team, but like that's if you out and about competing in every tournament, damn near, for all the relevant games. You got to be competing in all the relevant shit. I mean, they want you out though. You feel me? See, they need a reality check. I mean, this they way of I guess what you want to call it, releasing. Like Tom still kind of getting over his little shit, so you feeling his little ways.
Little record online means something to them.
I don't even.
Record online means something to them,
What
bro.
up, J-Man?
Never showed up to anything. I don't even know why you're talking. You've never left the house, actually.
Doesn't matter, bro.
You don't even.
Doesn't matter.
So I don't even know why your
Doesn't
opinion is
matter.
being
Doesn't
considered.
matter.
Well,
because
listen,
what he's saying is right. Because what he's saying is right.
You're
What
not
he's
even
doing is wrong.
you're not even a tournament player. You're just a
What
player.
he's saying is right, and what you're saying is wrong. That's
Yeah,
all it is, bro.
Solo chamber? No, not
Why are
tonight.
you upset, bro? Why are you upset, bro?
guys, look,
Cam is really upset.
I'm
Cam is
about to
ass.
deal with some
He
stuff,
was
so
tournament
I went
Cam is
into my
ass.
set stuff up.
2003. Like
Cam is
okay.
guys, but listen.
But I'm
Cam is
gonna
ass.
be building
At the
up
end of
to
the day-
it, so
end
we'll
of the
definitely
day,
be doing it.
There's nothing wrong with playing all these online tournaments. There's money on the line. Get your bag, get your
Look,
pack.
look, these niggas today are making more money than you playing online tournaments than spending $700 to go offline.
But guess what? That's because of COVID-19, and there was nothing but
It was
online, bro.
Before
But I
COVID-19,
can-
it was like that in 2019 for MK11. I'm not about to let you go.
Hey Tom, let me ask you a question real quick. What was the biggest prize you won from a Mortal Kombat tournament that you won? Do you remember?
I think myself and
MG,
Rio, I
nigga.
think it was like
That
$4
way.
grand.
$4,000?
I couldn't play in the $21,000 when I tested the game, so I couldn't play in that as a tester. Testing wrong on that one.
Hey man, the twins are from Chile. Their plane ticket is at least $2,000. They won Evo and got paid $500.
That's tough.
Well, then I got a good thing to say about that.
I might as well just stay online.
I got a good thing to say about that. You know what it is? You know what it is?
I might as
You know
well
what it
just
is?
stay online.
Okay, well, there's a saying. Welcome to the world. Get a fucking job like everybody else.
I have
He said get a job.
I'm in school.
Y'all heard it from Tom Brady yourself. Get a job.
I have all those things.
Welcome to the world. My point
Okay,
is,
so I don't know why that was relevant.
look, there's still going to be online tournaments for MK12. There's going to be a lot of them. But there will not be as many as in MK11. Because MK11 was forced to survive by online only. Once offline majors comes back, you're going to see a lot less
That's
online.
not true because all of the smaller tournament organizers are getting hella money to host these online tournaments.
That's because there's nothing
Players,
but the
okay.
online tournaments. So what's going to happen is those tournaments are going to move to more of an offline major. And that money's that money.
There's Demon Lobby for MK11. When MK1, I guarantee you the first Demon Lobby finale will at least be $5 to $8 or even $10,000.
The first
For
one?
an online tournament where I can sit in my chair, drink juice, eat Campbell's chicken noodle soup,
Nigga
look
said
at
chicken noodle
Lag the
soup.
game. Lag the game on purpose. Get your Cronus, get your Zen going, type shit. Yo, don't forget that.
get
Don't
on
forget
in the refrigerator.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you.
Please put that as my screensaver on the computer because it's funny and it's small.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You ain't gotta leave the crib.
I
You just
personally
sit
don't like
home and enjoy the game.
Listen, I personally, for me, I don't like the online tournament as much because, to me, there's no finality. Lose to somebody today, I'll get him tomorrow in tournament.
Watch this. The difference between PC and offline is damn near
I
unrecognizable.
don't give a, I
I
don't
was
give
about
a
to say, yeah, there's
It's
PC for
damn
us
near
too.
unrecognizable.
What?
There's no OS now.
I
You understand?
don't-
Unrecognizable.
Yes,
You
or-
sound sick.
Hold up. I can
You
understand
sound
the OS for PlayStation. I can understand those OSs. But on PC,
Still
no
lags.
sir.
It still lags on PC though. And there's people out there. And there's people. And barely. That means it still happens. You're so dumb.
It's not even comparable.
You don't understand. Finality.
Niggas will say anything to make themselves feel good.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I
Whatever
don't want to play you on
you
PC.
sleep at night,
I don't want to play you on PC.
Whatever
Cam.
helps you sleep.
PC. Playing on PC.
No. This is the real talk.
Do you
I don't want to see you on PC.
Well, congratulations
I want you to sit, I want you to sit down.
Stuff.
I want you to sit down at a chair next to me and know if you lose, you're gonna eat it until you get on another fucking plane again. All right, that's the finality of it. See, you beat somebody on PC or they beat you, I'll get them tomorrow, the next PC tournament. You lose to me here.
Hey,
there's
wow. Look, it's exactly how it is. You beat me in tournament, whatever. You go to your next match, you lose. You paid $800
tournament results.
there for $40. Who really lost?
Okay,
You paid $800 to fly across the country and get and lose an MK, and I drove for 30 minutes.
I'll do that.
30 minutes,
And
right?
guess what?
Or we could both be sitting at home playing on PC. No one who plays on PC complains about delay.
And I will do that gladly, just so you know where you actually stand.
Look, bruh, I know that you offline old head niggas think that online don't matter, but it's 2023.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
That is where it is ultimately decided.
How many players I got here?
Because technology is still not good enough for the whole world to play.
Y'all
against each
said
other.
the same thing. Look. These niggas said the same thing about Ninja Killer. Everybody did. No, he's just online. Online doesn't matter. And then came offline and killed you the same way.
Damn.
I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing it anymore. I just don't want to hear it anymore.
Wait a minute. Now, I
Just
respect
don't
that.
hear it from these old niggas anymore, bro.
Hold on a minute. I'm a historian.
They do this.
Wait a minute.
That's
I'm a
what they
historian.
do.
Stop. I'm a historian.
That nigga said I'm a historian.
I look back at all those
Dirty to him because he plays from out the country. Scorpion Props ain't gonna do nothing offline. Came here, one CEO, went to Evo, one Evo, and then went back home.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why did Scorpion? Why did Scorpion?
His games come from? What are you gonna say? Most of his games come from playing online because he's in Liga Latina, and them niggas live far as fuck away from each other. They have to play online.
Can't. Get it
I
to your
don't play here no more, bro.
I don't know. Time to be. I don't know. I guess he just try to let y'all niggas know his results so he stay relevant to y'all. You feel me? He do it in an entertaining way.